Welcome to part 3 of our interview with Jeff White, and we're talking with Jeff, who's a full-time trader here, about his technical analysis tools. We talked about the patterns that he watches for on a daily basis. One of the things that really interests me as a trader myself, though, too, is how long did it take somebody to actually become profitable, to get confident in their strategy, confident in themselves, to be able to make money at this on a regular basis? So, Jeff, thanks very much for joining me on the phone again.
Hi, Tim. Thank you for having me.
All right, Jeff. So the question is, how long did it take you to make money in this business, and how long is it going to take me, me being the listener to this program now?
For me, initially, I started off trading on a part-time basis, and I would make some money and lose some money, and that went on for about a year and a half. I ultimately started kind of gaining some traction as a trader because I simply had learned more and started to apply some principles so that I could avoid making some of the same mistakes over and over. So it took me some time before, even as a part-time trader, before I started to become consistently profitable. From the moment that I decided to become a full-time trader, I did well from the very beginning, and that may have been, a product of the market that I was trading. It may simply have been timing. I don't know. I was lucky, and so from the moment that I went full-time, I already had plenty of experience as a trader. But I think it's important that every trader keep a couple things in mind. First, you've got to be very patient with your expectations. Most people enter the trading realm and they know people who've made a lot of money trading and they're eager to do the same. So they start to put money at risk without recognizing how much they might lose if they're wrong. And so I think that's very important. The other thing is, if you expect to survive in the game of trading, and it really is a game, if you expect to stick around and make this a career, it's going to be something that is a craft that you're going to be honing for years to come. I'm still learning, and I've been trading full-time for more than a decade now. So it's something that I'm always trying to stay in tune with the market. I'm trying to recognize what is still working that was working a month or two ago. I'm also trying to recognize what are some shifts that are starting to take place, what are some new developments that I'm seeing out there that might require some adaptation on my part. So I think that adapting as a trader is an ongoing process that you're always going to face as a trader. And, initially, until you get over that hump of profitability, that's certainly an element to be considered.
All right, so you talked about that first year and a half where you made money, lost money, and I think that's really common for a lot of traders, that they're kind of just tread water for a while. Is there anything that you did or learned or started doing or stopped doing that kind of brought you to that level where it was you're net positive each week or month rather than just treading water?
I think for me it was a matter of simplifying what I was trying to do, and that goes on a couple of levels. It was simplifying the charts that I'm looking at. In my case, it was removing a lot of indicators that I had read so much about that I felt like might give me magic signals for buying and selling and didn't. So it was simplifying what I was looking at on a daily basis, and it really was also simplifying the approach that I was trying to take into my trading. Rather than looking to employ a different strategy every week, I decided to start with one main strategy and see if I could get that to work when the conditions were most conducive to that. So for me, it was a breakout strategy. I looked for stocks that were making multi-day highs out of basis. And so by really narrowing down the types of trades that I was looking to make, I waited until those conditions were in place, and then I placed those trades alone. And that allowed me to really start to gauge whether my approach was being consistent or not. I think a lot of newer traders might know a little bit about a number of different styles, but they don't know enough about any one style to be good at it. And so what they end up doing is they try a particular method for a day or a week, and it doesn't necessarily work. So the next week or the next day, they come in and they try something different. And then at the end of the month, they're looking at their results and they're dissatisfied. Well, the key when you're looking at your results and you're reviewing your progress is what was consistent. And if your individual approach was inconsistent, then those results aren't something that are going to give you some answers.
Everybody needs some kind of education. We all pay to learn how to trade the market. We either pay the markets themselves in terms of losing trades, or we pay somebody else to maybe give us a course. And you've got a course, and the reason I'm talking to you today is because you're one of the guys that actually is a trader first, and then, oh, by the way, you do some education on the side because you see all the crap that's out there. Why is it that a lot of traders keep just jumping from class to class or product to product or black box to black box, and they can never seem to get it right. What do you think is going on there?
I think that there's an expectation that if somebody buys a particular product, that it's going to, by default, make them profitable or give them the knowledge that they need to become instantly profitable. And I think that there are plenty of big claims out there by different products that leave traders expecting that if I purchase this, I'm going to instantly become great. And so I think what's missing out there is the fact that people need to learn the concepts behind what's being taught so that they can internalize it and really start to think for themselves, to really start to know how to apply those things and how to adapt when things begin to change a little bit. So if I were to explain something to you on how to do a particular thing, if I taught you how to work on your car in a particular way, you might be able to perform that particular action over and over consistently. But if I teach you why you're doing certain things, then you're going to understand it much better. And so the next car you have, you might know that it's a little bit different, but it's okay because you still understand everything behind that. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I think that's what sets you apart and your advanced course apart from everything else out there, is that you're giving instruction about what to look for, but it's what to look for in this market and in tomorrow's market, which seems to be, anybody can teach the hot thing right now for what's working. It's to extend that beyond into other markets, I think, that really sets things apart.
Sure. Yeah. In fact, in this advanced course, what I really try to do is outline a number of different strategies and methods to be employed on a variety of time frames. So for the day traders, I'm looking at a number of trade methods for day trading, and I really outline how to recognize the market conditions that you're in, and then beyond that, which methods are best for those types of conditions. Then I go on in and I do the same thing for swing traders who are operating on a multi-day basis, and I do the same thing for position traders who are operating on a multi-week or multi-month basis. And so I try to just give them a variety of conditions and methods and strategies to where they can then move forward. And so today's market, they're equipped for, and tomorrow's market they're equipped for. They can say, okay, we're in a trending market and I'm looking to day trade. What are the trades and the strategies that I need to be employing in this type of environment?
And it's been critical lately, I know for myself, to really be a stock picker, to really find the stocks that are in an individual sector or one part of the market that are either trending down or trending up, whatever they're doing, to be able to hone in on that one stock. The days of kind of being able to just pick one stock and buy it, those days are gone, right? I mean, I've got to be able to really hone in on my trades.
I agree. I think that every day is different in the market now more than ever. It's important to recognize what's in play if you're a day trader and know especially how the market's moving. Are we trendless early in the day and then we make an afternoon move? Has that been the norm lately? Well, that's something that you've got to be prepared for heading into tomorrow. And it's also necessary to know what types of plays have been working. If breakout trades have been failing, then you've got to understand some reversal strategies to employ in order to get through the next little while until those breakout plays begin to work again. And so the market's constantly in motion and it's constantly changing. And so my aim with this course was to try and equip people to where they're prepared for whatever conditions or whatever market environment they're going to face.
Well, if you've tried a lot of different things, if you've tried different courses and you've bought indicators and you've bought other things that haven't worked, I really want to recommend that you give Jeff White's course a try. He is the real deal. I talk to traders every day in this office about the ways they approach the markets, and Jeff is one of the guys that really trades what he's talking about. So he's an expert in this, and I think you're going to get a lot of value. This, I think, will be the course that has been missing for you, and it's been missing online for a long time. So you can scroll down and find out more about that. Click on the link there to find out about Jeff's course. Jeff, thanks very much for your time today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tim. I sure enjoyed it.